How's it going, everyone? My name is Yan, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Planet Coaster 2, and welcome back to Belleflore, where today I have a smaller but first in the world edition to show you guys. I've partnered with my good friend Hiruna Broccoli, who we'll just call Broccoli for my sanity, with whom I've designed a functional 18-hole golf course that you can use in your parks thanks to this share code. Broccoli was in charge of making the mechanical aspects of our project with 18 unique animations made with 130 moving platforms, while I designed and later themed every single hole. So without further ado, let's check out what you can do with our minigolf set. Welcome to our new area themed to southern Germany called Alpenstadt. It's still pretty empty at the moment. I'll add rides and shops in the upcoming 2 episodes, but I really wanted to focus on this special feature near the lake because I think it deserved an additional episode. I really think it's that good. And yes, welcome to the minigolf. Look at this. It's the actual minigolf course that you've seen in the set that I've made with Broccoli. I'm gonna say the naked set, but it sounds weird. But you know what I mean. Bear with me. And yeah, what I really encourage you guys to do is basically take that set and make it your own. So as you can see here in the first section of the minigolf, you have kind of this farm themed, because that's kind of supposed to be this farmstead. Is that a word? You know, the little farmhouse where the farmer would live, and then you have the smaller size, well, mini size actually we can say, farm behind there. But anyway, speaking of the building, yes. I'm so glad to be working with the Bavarian theme again. I've been wanting to go back to the theme for ages and ages, because this is one of the first themes that I've really done in Planet Coaster, back in Planet Coaster Console Edition with my very first completed park, Parc Ciel Bleu, which was also a French park actually. The Belleflore really has a lot of influences with similar influences, sorry, with Parc Ciel Bleu actually, but it's kind of the 2.0 Parc Ciel Bleu, which I really like. But yeah, Bavarian architecture. This was kind of a prototype really to see if I could do it in the game, and then we're going to do some much larger Bavarian landscapes in the next 2 episodes. You can already see some text pieces here and there where I've planned things to go. So here there will be a flat ride. Over there's going to be our coaster, first coaster of the area, and a splash pad. No, not a splash pad. Originally I wanted a splash pad here, but I think I'm just gonna have a little crossing over the water and a bridge over there. So yeah, let's go inside, because this is our welcoming center for the minigolf essentially. So here you can see the Bienvenue, nous sommes ouverts de 10h à 17h. So this is, we are open from 10 a.m. to 17 p.m. 5 p.m. Sorry. Again, my brain has a hard time doing the link between French and English. And as we go inside, you can see this is actually, well, mechanically in the game at the very least, a gift shop. Not a very good one, because it's too small. The guests really don't like spending time here, and unfortunately they'll just leave saying that the shop is too crowded, even though there are like, I don't know, 6 guests max, which is already quite a lot, honestly. But at least it kind of creates interaction, you know, making it seem like the guests are coming here to get their reservations from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and there is a time slot every 10 minutes, and they can play with either from 1 to 4 players. So yeah, that is pretty cool. You even have some golf balls here and some golf clubs here, some small ones for the kids and some bigger ones for the adults. And you have this beautiful windows looking over not only the lake, which is going to be really cool once we have a full park, but also the farm themed area of the golf. There are multiple themes that are basically centered around German culture, I suppose, which is going to be really cool. We're going to get to that in a second. But yeah, look at that, we have our entrance here. And it's leading us to our first hole out of 18. And this hole is kind of like the tutorial, essentially. That's why we have one of the rare English explanations in the park, which is telling you how to play the mini golf. I've put that with the golf kit, the mini golf kit as well, so you guys will be able to put that in your parks to explain how to make it work, essentially. And so depending on what platform you are, you have the explanations for every single one. You have to be in first person, obviously, and then you have to click the ball with either left click for the PC players, cross on PS5, and then A with the Xbox controller. Let's see. So there we go. So again, those animations were done by Broccoli. Love those animations, honestly, and you can see that the ball goes back perfectly where it was supposed to go. Let's do it again. And I love following the ball every single time. Every single hole is going to be a hole-in-one. That's because, I don't know, it was way too hard to figure out a way to make the ball random. Hopefully, maybe if Frontier, if you're listening, listen to this. If Frontier wants to make it an actual thing that guests could use, maybe we could play them. You know, kind of GTA style, but with mini golf, obviously. We shall see. We shall see what the future holds. And on top of that, once you are done with the first hole, you can already see the beautiful farm-themed area for this the first 5 holes. Yes. So you have this little piece from the fairy tale theme that's been added. I was about to say recently, but not that recently now. And then you have hole number 2, which is kind of the same, but with 2 bumpers here, 2 obstacles more like. I've put some hay bales on those just to dress it up a little bit. And then you have this one, which is supposed to be this kind of hop over the fence here that goes away from the wheat fields. Look at this. I love the animations for this. Sometimes when the golf course goes near the water, I've put some life rings just for safety reasons. Then you have the chicken coop here with unloaded textures because I love LOD. I don't know why the LOD is so bad on console sometimes, but sometimes some items will basically have glitch textures. It's so annoying. But anyway, yeah, the chicken coop. You have to follow this one really quickly. Love this. Let's do it again. Let's follow it here. You see? That's so cool. I love this so much. This is still blowing my mind because I've not done like all the animations. Broccoli has done them. And to be fair, I'm pretty sure, having talked to Broccoli about those, that Broccoli's mind is still blown that we can do that. And I'm sure, and I hope, in fact, that you guys will also have your minds blown by this. Then you have the classic windmill hole, the windmill obstacle. It's a real classic with mini golfs in general. And this one kind of has a nod to Trips Drill's first attraction that opened, well, when the park was founded back in, I don't know, I want to say the 1920s or 1930s, something like that. And that first attraction was, and still is, a slide inside a windmill. So that's why I've made a little ramp here. And this is the path that the ball takes. So as you can see, it enters here and comes out on the little slide into the hole. That's so cool. I love those animations again. And then something I really wanted to do is basically open up the view behind the windmill, which is very intentionally like hiding what's behind when you're here. But once you turn this corner, turn around this corner, you can see like the rest of the mini golf, which is kind of huge. It's bigger than the is it around? No, it's not. The train that we have next door. So it's pretty big. We even have a water feature which is made out of not basic shapes, water shapes. Sorry. And after the farm-themed area, you go into this more mountain-themed area. So here, for example, we have this little hill. Beautiful. This one must have been quite a pain to get right. And this little stream goes into a waterfall that's using the new technique that Taggy has found with the basically rotating water shapes. Makes it look like a continuous stream of water going into another body of water. But my version of it doesn't have the stepped water, just because I thought for a small scale one it looked a little bit better, because I don't know, having too many water effects kind of kills the effects in my opinion, so that's why I wanted to go for something a little subtler, and I think it works really, really well, especially because it's mostly hidden by this this little, I don't know, bridge? Yeah, kind of bridge. And after that we have probably one of my favorite holes throughout the whole course. This is a nod, well, not a nod, an actual reference even, to Roller Coaster Tycoon's Hole B, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was called Hole B. And essentially it's kind of this S-shaped hole, and I really, really wanted to have this one. Even though you also have the first one over there, that's kind of also one of the holes. It probably has been all hay, but hey, don't quote me on that. But yeah, this one kind of looks like a valley, so I have this little cable car here going from one mountain to another. Then you have a big peak. You have some paragliders? Yeah, people paragliding here, which is so funny with the stick figures and everything. It's more for the one next door, but then when you click on the ball, the animation is really following what the original RCT was doing with this animation. So yeah, it's really a labor of love, this mini golf. I love it. Like, I really genuinely do love it. Let's do it again, just for the pleasure of following the ball. That's why it kind of looks unnatural, but since it's a reference, I think it works. Then you have this one, which I've called the cliff, and that's why you have some paragliders over there. Essentially the cliff is that one. You can either get inside one of the holes and probably try to get a hole in one, or dive off the cliff and end up here. So let's see. Look at that. Just the momentum of the ball as well that Broccoli has been able to do on some of those holes is just absolutely crazy. I love it so much. And the paragliding stick figures, look at them. They're so funny. And after that we get to a section that is themed to a village which is called Brunnenstadt. So Brunnenstadt, if you're German, you'll know what comes a little later, a few holes down the road. But to get inside Brunnenstadt, you have this little train station here. I love it. I love it so much. Then you have a second part of the stream where you can see much better the effect that I've made a little differently compared to Taggy's version, but it's essentially the same technique. It's just, I don't know, it looks cleaner for smaller. It's not even a waterfall, it's just, you know, one stream going down into the lake, which is really good. We'll get to that other one in a second. And then you get inside the real village. So let me show you guys this. You have a little plaza here. It's kind of supposed to be the village streets, this one. Very quick one. There we go. And then there is the Brunnen, the Brunnen of Brunnenstadt. Brunnen means fountain, essentially, and this might be my favorite hole of them all. Look at the little bounces. It's so funny. I love it so much. And again, I haven't even mentioned that yet, but it's using the classic Bavarian architectural style. Even though every single building is kind of copied here and there, you still have those little wooden details that are really cool. Once again, the fountain. Look at this. Oh, a little fun fact with that fountain. At first it was a loop, but the problem with the loop is that first of all, I didn't like the path the ball was doing. It wasn't natural for one of the holes, and another problem was that one of the rotating platforms was showing when it went into the loop, and I didn't like that. I didn't want you guys to have to hide it, you know. So I've basically got rid of that and made this one instead, and I think it's a much better fit. And after that, you get to the Church of Brunnenstadt. So this one is a free-hole hole, essentially, which is a weird thing to say. But yeah, it's not very interesting. I think the basic version is more interesting. Well, even though there's this massive church, that's what makes it interesting, really. And also the audio with it. Listen to this. I think it's really cool. It's really cool. And architecturally, I think it kind of matches the style of something that you would see in this region of the world. And then after that, the last hole in Brunnenstadt, the one with the bridge that crosses over the stream and goes into the forest, which is our next theme. There you go. And then you can follow the ball from here, crossing over the stream with those little rocks. This, when I was talking about the crossing instead of the splash pad earlier, that's what I meant essentially. Then you get to the forest, and look at that. So those will be like metal rods in the basic kit, but you can very easily theme them like I did here as trees, or I don't know, Tesla coils. You could also do that. You can do many things. You can even theme it to a pinball and make it seem like it's a bumper. There are so many possibilities with what you can do with our basic mini golf kit. Again, the share code is in the description if you have some ideas that you want to try. And finally, our final section of the mini golf is the forest, and I love the forest so much. It's really simple, really. It's kind of those metal poles that we have sticking out of the ground, but I've turned them into trees, every single one of them. And so it turns something that's kind of looking basic into something that's more interesting. And I admit the landscapes kind of don't look that interesting, but it will become more interesting here after the wolf cave. I don't know if you can hear it very well with the music. Let's do it again, and I'll try not to talk, I promise. There we go. So this is supposed to be a wolf cave, essentially. The whole concept is that you're supposed to fail here and see this little fountain here with the castle in the distance. We'll get to that in a second. And you have the little manhole cover for the pipe here. I always have those in my parks. I love doing water features, I really do. And then you have this one that has a little bit of a hilly forest. Then the second to last hole is the one with the castle. I've called those the castle ruins, even though it's not really looking like ruins. What's in the actual hole, well, around the actual hole here. But I wanted to build a castle just to get that idea across more easily. Bounces and then inside the hole, and the fact that this is elevated, you can really take a look at the entire course that you've just been through, and have one final view before the final hole. Then take the stairs, and here we are with the final hole that goes over the stream. I thought this was a cool way to end the 18-hole golf course, because we have really cool concepts around here. We have one with a castle here. We have the fountain over here, over there. Sorry, the cliff here. It's a really cool one. I love how detailed and themed it is, and it was really a labor of love between Broccoli and I. It's kind of our baby. We've made a baby Broccoli. Baby Broccoli. Oh, that would look weird. So someone please do that and send it to me on the Discord. But yeah, let's play this final animation. Look at this. It's zooming, and I've put some grades here just to make sure that if the ball falls into the water, it's not like going downstream and being lost. No, it's safe at the very least. And then you go back to the welcome center. It says thank you for playing. Have a beautiful day, because belle journée is kind of a play on words with Belleflore. Essentially, they wouldn't say bonne journée like have a good day. They would say belle journée, have a beautiful day. And then you have the balls that you have to get inside that little hole here, and then it would activate the turnstile, and at the end of the day they could get the balls back from this little hatch here. But yeah, that's kind of it, guys. That's kind of our mini golf. I hope that you guys have enjoyed that. This view, by the way, because usually, you know, when you're playing Planet Coaster and visiting a park, you're kind of going along and trying to find the attractions. But I wanted this view here to make you look at it and realize that there's something other than a ride, something that's not conventionally considered as a ride. And so yeah, I think that works really well. I was honestly way too excited about this. Like I really wanted to show you guys this, even though like the entire area is not done at all in the slightest, but this mini golf is, and I feel like it's a nice little amuse-bouche essentially for the start of the Bavarian German area. It's really nice, especially that village. Like that village is so cute. It's so cute to have those dioramas. Essentially, it's really funny because I have a couple dioramas now in Belleflore with Ode Nord that we have here, the little model railway around the Terril, and then you have the bigger diorama with the mini golf, which is so cool. I love it so much. So yeah, this will be even better when there will be a whole area behind it. And voila! This is a little amuse-bouche for the new Alpenstadt area that I've started working on, and we still have 2 more episodes focusing on new additions to it. After that, we'll have a 6th and final episode of the console season of the series, and we'll have to wait until I've saved up enough money for my PC to continue the series with a 2nd season to complete the entire park. If you want to help me get there, the best way to support me is to become a channel supporter with the link in the description. You'll have early access to new episodes, sneak peeks at the new additions of the park, as well as having your name featured at the end of the videos and in the park too. If you've just found my channel thanks to this video, make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below, and why not share it to your friends? I'm sure a lot of them like mini golfs. And if you need a very nice place to share your builds and chat with a lot of nice people, join me and my friends on the Yan HQ Discord server. Your invite awaits in the description. But for now, this has been Yan, you've been awesome, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Belleflore.